There's one. Got him. Oh gosh, that is big. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I got him. Oh my gosh. How am I gonna land? Woo! Whoa! What in the heck is that? Good morning, everybody out here doing a little bit of bank fishing today. I'm actually headed to a pond that I have only been to twice. I don't think that this pond has a ton of fish in it, but I think that it has some really nice fish in it because the first time I was there, I caught one that was over 5 pounds, if not close to 6 pounds. And the second time that I was there, I caught about a 3-pounder. You might think, Ty, why don't you go fish at those ponds right there? Well, that's because there's microscopic bass in them. I don't know if I'll catch a whole lot of fish, but I think they'll be better quality fish. But the thing is it's September. September is typically a pretty tough month. Whether you're fishing in lakes or even ponds, it can be really tough. So I've only got a few options as far as rods today. Probably start out with the Whopper Plopper. It's one of my favorite pond baits. And who doesn't like a good topwater bait? On the other rod is a spinning rod, and I've got a drop shot on it. And that's probably gonna be the bread and butter today. When things get tough, I really like to fish a drop shot. It gets a lot of bites and it can catch some really big fish. So, and I'm really out of shape because I'm huffing and puffing from walking up this tiny hill. Hopefully we can catch a couple of good ones. I'm looking forward to it. Now the sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see. If you know that song that I was just singing, then you know what's up. And if you don't know, well, then you got a lot of catching up to do. I just realized that I brought my good tennis shoes out here, and my wife is gonna probably kill me. So this may or may not be the last video that I do. Alrighty, well, there she blows. Looks like somebody had themselves a good old time. Maybe a couple nights ago, and they left their lunch box, so that sucks for them. I do remember there being a little bit of a flat over in this corner. It's pretty shallow, so it's still morning time. You would think that some fish might be kind of up there feeding shallow right now, so let's head over there and see what happens. Whoa! What in the heck is that? Look at that. I think that was a rabbit. Gosh, something ate it. Oh, there it is. What the world? I'm so confused right now. I don't know if that was a animal. Looks like something killed a rabbit there, and then something drug it up or threw it up in there. That may have been one of them dumb humans. Tell you what, this pond is substantially more off color than it was last time I was here. We haven't really had much rain, so I don't know why it's that off color, but if I had known, I may have brought a different color Whopper Plopper. Oh gosh! Just had a bass miss that plopper. Right underneath that tree. I have to go up and around over this way like that. Oh my gosh. He ate it too. He ate it too. Oh my god. I'm hung in a tree. Fish has got my bait. Oh my gosh. That was the biggest cluster. That makes me so mad. Fish just missed my Whopper Plopper there. I picked up a drop shot immediately to try to get him. He hit underneath that tree, but I can't skip a drop shot. So I cast on the opposite side, drug it towards me, and the fish picked it up, but my line was caught over in this freaking thorn bush, and I seen him wake off with it. Like, that couldn't have been more of a cluster. As a bank fisherman, you have to learn how to cast at super awkward angles. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. How am I gonna land? Woo! Woo! I got 10-pound test. It should be stronger. Whoa! Woo-hoo-hoo! Here we go, boys. First fish. First fish. And I just screamed really loud. I had that one fish hit and miss a whopper plopper, and I've been fishing it now for about 25-30 minutes and have not had another bite. Let's let that fish go. That's a solid fish right there. Solid fish. Let's try not to die. It's pretty steep right here, so let's go. I decided to pick up the old drop shot. Again, if it's super tough fishing, like, it's hard to beat a drop shot. I saw this little lay down right here. I just fished it right there in the lay down. This fish picked it up, and you know, with that fish missing it earlier today, that whopper plopper, and now catching the fish on the drop shot, I might just stick with the drop shot. It really is a phenomenal pond bait. It's really a phenomenal bank fishing bait. Let's see if we can't catch a couple more fish right here. So this is all I brought with me, just this little tackle box here. What I have in here is a frog in case I lost my whopper plopper. I have an extra hook and a couple extra drop shot sinkers up here. And this is the only worm I brought. This is the worm I talked about in one of my videos. It's a margarita mutilator, fat 6-inch worm. This is a great worm. I also got pliers, scissors, and just a little extra fluorocarbon line in case I break off. But that's all I brought. You know, when fishing is tough on a bank angler, the best thing you can do is just pick up a drop shot. You can catch big ones on it. You can catch a lot of fish on it. It's gonna get bit, you know, even if you don't get bit by bass, maybe a bluegill will perk your interest from time to time, but hopefully we can catch a few more on it. Golly. Why did I not bring pants? I'm for sure gonna get poison ivy. Pretty much get poison ivy if I look at it. We're coming up on the area where I actually caught that 5.5, 6-pounder in the spring. A lot more covered up, obviously. We can still make it down, I think. This is a big tip anytime you're fishing, especially a public body of water. If an area is hard to get to, that's probably one of your better areas, because if other people aren't trying to get down to it, then there's gonna be less pressured fish. Okay. Not bad. Not. Once you get past that one little part, it gets a little better. Let's throw the whopper plopper a time or two. Man, such a crazy fish catch here in the spring. I mean, the fish was literally right there. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. Come here. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I'm getting bit. I got one. Oh gosh. Oh, not a big one. What was I talking about on the way here? This place don't have a lot of fish, but it's got big ones. As you can see, I was correct. Freaking giant. Drop shot. Well, regardless, it's still fish. It's still fun, especially when it's super tough. That's what I am gonna do real quick is I'm going to retie that last little baby fish. Kind of had me all wrapped up in a small tree or branch. You might even be able to see there's a little bit of frayness going up on that line. I did catch an almost 6-pounder here on this lake, and if I hook into another big one like that, I don't have to worry about my line breaking. So always retie, big tip. Not happening. All right. There's a down tree that way, and although I would like to get through it, I decided to wear shorts today because it's hot, but I didn't really think about poison ivy, and I get poison ivy pretty bad. So we're gonna go through. There's a big section of this pond that I fish with the whopper plopper real quick that I might go through and fish with that drop shot, because the sun is really starting to come up now, and they're probably not going to be biting the whopper plopper much anymore unless I get a little shade line action. So go back through, fish that drop shot, hopefully catch us a big one. Okay, that sucker's not going anywhere. This is the joy of being a bank angler. I'm literally spread eagle. This is just what you got to do to catch bass sometimes. And there's a lot of juicy stuff over on that side that I just don't even think I can get to. Probably get to it in the water. I wonder if I could bring a kayak here. That's what I need to do. Oh shoot, almost died. Oh, there's one, got him. Oh gosh. That might be a big one. Oh my gosh. That is big. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna get this fish. My line's probably frayed. That's like a 3-pounder. Dadgummit, how am I gonna get him? Oh my gosh. This might break my line. Oh, yes, sir. Woo, buddy. Yes, sir. This is exactly, golly, barely hooked. Oh my gosh, that was fun. That's a solid 3-pounder. These fish are so pretty back here. They're all so thick and fat. I just don't think there's a bunch of them in here. Man, that's a solid fish though. 3-pounder. Sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to fall a little bit here, but ready? Yes. That's awesome. If the fishing is tough on your local pond, whether you have rock, wood, weeds, a drop shot in ponds is one of the best baits. I had just fished through this whole area with a whopper plopper, kind of came to a halt because I couldn't get any further. I came back through this little area with the drop shot. I probably fished my whopper plopper right over that fish earlier. Just got a solid fish, 3-pounder. I'm actually catching more fish than I expected to catch here. Now that I say that, I probably won't catch another one, but it's still fun. When fishing's tough, guys, though, you just can't beat a drop shot. I got 10-pound braid to a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. I got my favorite drop shot hook, RoboWorm rebarb hook, and then about 1.5 feet and a 1/4 ounce weight. That is what I'm fishing with. Hopefully we can keep catching some. If you guys are on the market for an awesome fishing hat, like this one that I have here with a wooden bass patch on it, click the link below. Greatly helps support the Bass Fishing HQ channel. I got to retie again, so I'm going to show you quick what I do. This is the rebarb hook. I believe this is a 1 or 2/0. I like a double pinson with fluorocarbon, but because this is a drop shot, I'm actually just going to tie your straight up Palomar knot. I always like to take my tag in, as you should. Go through the top of the eye of the hook, like so, and then attach your weight. This is just a lead weight. I actually pour my own weights. It's actually a 3/8 ounce weight that I cut down a little bit to make about a 1/4 ounce, which that's probably about the perfect size for most ponds you're going to fish, is a 1/4 ounce. Take my favorite drop shot worm, margarita mutilator, and I'm just going to rig it up Texas style. That's why I use the rebarb hook, is because this thing will come through the thickest cover and not get hooked up, and I don't have problems catching the fish. So all right, let's keep on fishing. Gosh, that was fun. This is an extremely pressured body of water that I'm fishing here. I mean, as you can see probably from the video, I mean, there's paths all around it where people have walked. There's people putting fires out. There's trash around here, which is unfortunate because people are idiots, but it's not huge. I would say it's probably like 3 or 4 acres, but that's why, again, it's just so important when you're fishing in tough conditions, pressured bodies of water. Pick up that drop shot, pick up this exact rig that I'm fishing, and I'll link everything below down in the description so that you guys can basically pick up this exact same rig. If you're a bank angler, done the old walk around a tree move. Oh. Got one. Oh, God. Dadgummit, Ty, you big dummy. I just messed that up. Not sure if you guys could see my line on that one, but that fish picked it up and he started running straight towards me. And I didn't reel up the slack. And when I went to set the hook, I just kind of popped the slack out of the line. I didn't even really hit him. You know, one big thing that I think a lot of bank anglers make the mistake of doing sometimes, and it really depends on the body of water that you're fishing, but a lot of guys will come to a pond and they'll cast out their bait in the middle of nowhere out there. And I mean, every single fish that I've caught today has been pretty much right up against the bank. And it's funny because if I was in a boat fishing this, I'd be casting towards the bank. So as a bank angler, it doesn't really make any sense to cast out in the middle unless you know there's a rock pile out there, or a brush pile, or some grass, or some sort of cover. But for a lot of times, and especially lakes and ponds like this, those fish are, for the most part, going to be right up there against the bank. They like having that edge to kind of pin bait fish on and catch them. So, well, I just lost my last drop shot weight, which is really unfortunate. That kind of calls it for me for the day, which that's fine. You know, I had a couple hours out here to fish. I think we had 5 bites, but I only landed 3 of them. So not a very good day execution wise. I had a lot of fun out here. I recently saw that over 50% of you guys typically fish from the bank. So I wanted to do a little bit more bank fishing videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to watch me catch a really big bass on this particular lake, like I did earlier in the spring, you can click on the video right there. And if you want to watch another bank fishing video that I did, you can click right there. I would point, but my hands are full. Comment below, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.